My name's Jack and I'm part of the Slenky film project here at The Look, and I'm going to be attending a masterclass in film editing and colour grading.
I think generally people like to see the trailer and footage from the film and extra stuff. But I think if there's, like if it's in the context of your film, if you've got some real good nuggets that you could share without giving everything away, I think that's what really catches people's interest. Writing up a marketing platform, a comms platform, so we'll look at what's the film about roughly, is it based on a book, get all this sort of background information that we can get hold of. And then start to look at our audience, our target audience. And mainly it works around a budget. So Fox might give us, for a big film, about £3 million budget. We were looking about how to promote this film. It is a little bit of an everyone film, although you've got your sort of core audience. The thing about a film like this is you have to make it feel broad, so not just sci-fi fans. You have to sort of let people feel like everybody's talking about it and it's the film you have to go and see. So the great thing about the Channel 4 activity was they were a mixture of the stars from the film and Channel 4 hosts. So when you're watching it, even if your mum's watching it, because Kirsty's in it, kind of feels a bit like your friends are talking to you about the film.
But it is quite important to get the time of day right. There's no point just doing a very dull technical grade where you just go, sit the blacks down a bit of S-curve, put the whites just, fairly up that here and just go, that's done. You really want to try and get it looking in the right ballpark, the time of day. If it's going to be moody, which it sounds like it will be, then you need to have that tone meeting early. You need to get that grade coming on pretty soon. You need to be thinking about how we're going to grade this without backing yourself into a corner, obviously. Very hard. You don't want to suddenly decide down the line we've made it all blue and now we want to make it all yellow. You will really screw yourself doing that. So you need to be, or everybody needs to be on track at the starting point to say, this is the ballpark-ish where we're going to be, but we can go further, we can go darker and moodier. No vignettes, no shapes, no secondaries. It really is just, basic. My argument then becomes, well, it looks like TV, and I think you have 5 minutes to engage with people. One thing that Jan and Tat were very keen on the first season of Top Boy and on other sort of major shows I've worked on with those type of people, they're like, we've got 5 minutes to say this is this type of show, this is a cinematic show. In film it's different. I mean, I know on Netflix you can start watching something and just go, I don't want to watch it, but normally people are a bit more committed to a film. They might have had to pay for it, they're watching it on demand, they go to the cinema. You haven't got that issue of people just going to switch off. Same thing goes for your short. You're going to be sending it to festivals. Some people may watch it in their entirety. If it starts off and the performance isn't great in the first 5 minutes, the visual effects are a bit poor, people are going to lose interest, they're going to switch off. So one thing that we're always looking for, which is actually hard to find, believe it or not, is that we look for people that have 3 core skills, and that is that firstly, they're creative. Obviously, that always seems to be the most important thing, but actually we need to have people that have got a good technical understanding, but most importantly, social skills. I'm very keen that we get as many students and graduates to come through the facility. It's a great way of being able to work with young people as they're understanding the technology, the creativity. The tools are open to everybody now, but as part of this Slenky program, it gives people the opportunity to go and meet composers, directors, writers, right through to post-production. So it's great to be involved, to meet young people, to hear about the projects they're working on, and actually a lot of them are working at quite an advanced level, but they don't have the industry experience, and so that's where people like myself can fit in.
I've learned loads from distribution to filming to sound to visual effects, and then obviously graded, and then the last one, which will be filmmaking.
I learned so much, for example, workflow, visual effects.
The biggest thing that I've learned is how much colour grading plays an effect in the editing process. It's just
It was really insightful to find out a bit more about colour grading.
I learned a lot about colour grading and post-production workflow and everything that is really useful for me in the future.